Roberts here, the Tesla mom. I am here today to talk about self-driving and the autopilot features of a Tesla. Talk about the pros, the cons, things to be aware of. So I just want to run through some of that here. I'm going to show you a clip to get us started. All right, so I am driving here. You can see on a freeway, and I am about to put it in autopilot, which means it can be doing it on its own. So what I do here is this panel here, what I'm going to do is double click it, and you'll see it puts the blue lane, 2 blue lines, which means I am automatically driving here. You can see the max right here. That is going to tell me how fast I'm going to go. So I can push it down or up. It goes in increments of 5. If I do a large one, or if I just do like a little tap tap, it goes up by 1. So now here I'm automatically driving. It's also staying away from a vehicle by 1 vehicle. If I want to increase it, I just pull this towards me. So now I put myself off, and now I'm just driving on my own. I'm going to go back into self-drive mode by double click, and bam, I am driving on its own. One thing I want you to experience with me here is this is a Y in the road. So when it goes wide out like that, you'll see the steering wheel here, it moved a little bit. And so it kind of gets confused between the 2 lanes, but then here we go, we're back in our driving lane. The other thing I want you to notice is, well, you can see also we are listening to Disney Princess music. Kiddos in the car. So right now I have my hand on the wheel, so it's not going to beep at me. But if I keep my hands off, so you can see here I am not using wheels or hands, and I am, it's going to basically start yelling at me. So this is really nice. So it maybe lasts for a minute or so that I can have my hands completely off the steering wheel and I can trust what it's doing. So if I need to have a bite of my bagel or my coffee or peel an orange, I can do that, which is super great. But after a minute or 2, it's going to start yelling at me. And you'll see here, there's a couple ways that it will do it. Right now, it says apply slide turning wheel. So you'll see it's also flashing, and you'll see that it has the signal saying, hello, touch me. So what I'll show you here is I'm not going to touch it. So I'll tell you that basically it starts screaming at me because I can't do it. There we go, screaming, and it turns red. So all I need to do is just put my hand on the wheel, and bam, we are good to go. So I definitely love this feature. Again, I can be hands off for a few seconds, well, a minute or 2. And then if I need to go back to my lovely children, say hi. Because, oh my gosh, the bottle's going down, or they dropped their blankets or something like that. I can go back. Yep, I can go back and reach them. The other thing I like too is I can look back in the mirror, right? You know how you do that as moms. So love, love, love this feature as a mom. Okay, so we are on a highway. You can see there's a light here, up there. And I just want to show you what the car looks like when it is driving on its own with a stoplight. In autopilot, it's not self-driving, it's autopilot on a highway. So it's going to stop if the car in front of it's going to stop. It's not going to stop though if the light stops. And so it will, you can see here, it's moving nicely on its own. It's paying attention to the cars in front of it, and as well as the lines. So definitely a helpful tool, and does well in the highways that have a little more curves, a little more variables to the driving. So just wanted to kind of also show you what that looked like. So just a few things that I want to just highlight here. great pros to the self-driving or the auto enhanced pilot, which is it gives you a little bit of more leeway to, I don't know, just breathe, to be able to safely take a bite of your breakfast in the morning, or to turn around and hand something back to your kids. I think that really is helpful. The cons are just the things to be aware of in this, especially as a mom or anybody with families, or your brain's all over the place, is just remember when you are on autopilot and versus when you're off. I think you get really comfortable with the autopilot doing it for you, and so you kind of forget that you have to drive yourself sometimes and most of the time. So you just want to make sure that you're being safe about it. This is the biggest tip I have, but other than that, I mean, it is a really great feature that makes the Tesla a very different vehicle than anything else that's really out there right now. And it is well worth, I think, the extra money. My tips here, my little bonus tip would be, if you are going to be getting a used Tesla, I would definitely look for the feature of at least autopilot, which I think most of them have, or ideally the self-driving. My pro tip really would be, if you're building and customizing your own, to make sure that you have the auto enhanced pilot. I think that's $6,500 extra, where the self-driving is $15,000. So that's one thing that I would say hold off until that feature is officially out there, which it's not right now. So yeah, great options. Definitely enjoy this feature of a Tesla. It's a game changer for sure. Thanks again for watching.